Fans of Horus Heresy, welcome to a unit build and rules review of the Forge World Expeditionary Navigator event-only model from 2014. So, if you watched my original video where we took this guy out of the pack and had a look at the model, he's now built. Let's have a little review of the model, the build, and then I'm going to spend probably most of this review actually talking about the rules for this guy, which are very interesting. So let's get a close-up to start with. So here you have the Expeditionary Navigator himself. This is a very nice model. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Of course, he's carrying this large, ornately detailed staff, which is called the Aetherlabe staff. He has a walking stick or stave to support him in a high gravity planetary situation. Obviously, navigators spend most of their lives aboard spacecraft in low G environments. So I think they're intimating here when on a planet, their frail physical frame combined with the high gravity means they need support to walk. Let's take a look at a few of the details. So starting with the head, of course the famous third eye. Navigators in the Warhammer future world, so 30,000 and 40,000, are a genetic variant of humans, perhaps a mutant even, and they have a third eye in their forehead, which allows them to see into the warp, and it is this that grants them their prescient powers and ability to navigate space vessels. You can see he's wearing this cloak. He has his Aetherlabe staff, as I showed you in the original review. Some very, very nice cog detailing on that. His cloak is adorned with furs of undoubtedly exotic creatures. He's carrying a pistol in his holster. This is an architect pistol, so he's very formidably armed. And here's his walking stave. And I'm sure you can make out there that there are some very nice detailing there on the runes, on the walking stick, with various runes that have been inscribed into it. And the same is also true on the Aetherlabe staff, with various arcane runes inscribed into the hilt. So in terms of the build, I mean, this model, obviously it's out of production now, so this is a bit of a funny retrospective review. But it's very nice to cast. It went together well. I pinned both this arm and this arm here to ensure maximum strength. The last thing you want when you build these things is for some slightly inadvertent knock to cause your model to fall apart. So a bit of pinning is well worth it to secure it in the future. So yeah, in terms of build, very nice. The end model, I'm really pleased with this. This is one of my favourite Forge World character models. I think it's wonderfully detailed and very interesting. Let's do a size comparison. So starting off with something mundane, I'll pop him down there. So let's first take, here we have a section commander from the Solar Auxilia. He's equipped with a power glove and a blast pistol. And if we position him alongside the Navigator, we can see that the Navigator is considerably taller than a normal human. And this is a good feature of this model because it is consistent with the fictional description of the Navigators. They're very tall and thin, which is part of their mutation, as well as the Navigator eye. Okay, let's ramp it up a bit and go for something a bit transhuman. Here we have an Iron Hands Heavy Support Legionnaire, heavily bionatically augmented, equipped with a Volkite culverin. Oops. Even next to the Astartes, the Navigator is still a tall individual, and arguably even taller than a transhuman warrior. Just to hold those alongside each other a bit closer. Yeah, he clearly is. So, very nice job on the part of Forge World to reflect the tall, gangly nature of a Navigator. Well, it's just a quick size comparison again. Okay, so let's So yeah, just to sum up on the miniature, very nice. If you get the opportunity to get hold of one of these guys and you're interested in the Navigator in your Horus Heresy or indeed your 40k games, this model could easily be used in 40k. It's certainly a nice one to get.